What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess, and today is a week 121, I think, update. If I'm wrong, I'll put that on the screen. But I think it's week 121 since I started my keto journey to rewind my health from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight. And I've been doing that with keto, low carb, carnivore, intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting, and blood, sweat, and tears. So today's video is going to be about my past week, and I was kind of excited because sometimes when I wake up in the morning and I know I've been naughty or I've not been kind to myself with food, and when I hop on and have to share that with you, because first of all, I share the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it on this channel. There's no perfection on my channel. My channel shows a train wreck, hot mess express of a weight loss journey, but I get to my goal, and I will get to my goal. So if that sounds something that interests you, you can relate to that. Hit that subscribe button, and also if you have been a longtime fan and subscriber, thank you for coming back and thank you for all of your kind words. Today's video we're going to talk about a victory, non-scale victory plus a scale victory. And this weekly update is coming off of our June, because I guess the first week of the June monthly challenge. I set out to do an alternate day fasting challenge on this community, and one of the things that I was going to do was fast every other day. So here's the schedule. Basically every other day alternating fasting days and eat days. So prior to even starting this journey, I had never heard of a protein sparing modified fast. So my intentions when I started or planned to start this journey was just the traditional clear liquids fast. And I started this a week early because I was really needed to get on track. And so basically I've been at this for 2 weeks. Wow, I have so much to say about just 2 weeks of this. So the first thing, or the most notable thing that I wanted to talk about is I was planning on only doing 1 or 2 random days with the protein sparing modified fast, or PSMF. And I totally fell in love with it. So thank you for all of you that have commented and mentioned to check this out. I had honestly never heard of it. But I love a challenge and I love to learn new things. And I consider fasting in general as a tool for weight loss. I'll say that I don't think I would have gotten 130 pounds off my body had I not used this tool. I feel this tool really helped me overcome emotional eating. It helped wade the calorie battle. It helped me figure out ways to manage my weight and that kind of thing. So I highly urge you to do your own research on intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting, all of that in general. Just do your research. So the reason why I like protein sparing modified fast. So the big reason that I enjoyed it, surprisingly, is I had turned into a binge eater through all the restriction, being so hard on myself. In my keto journey here, I was not formally a binge eater. I would eat a lot randomly. I would eat my emotions, but I didn't eat them like I do now. There was something that developed once I was so restricted. Then once I had a cheat day, I would just not be able to stop. So very different than I made terrible decisions and terrible portion sizes back in my morbid obesity days, but I didn't do what I do now. So this is more something that I've been doing the past 2 years. And that was something that was starting to worry me because I don't want to do that. I don't want to binge eat. It's no better than overeating. So that's part of the reason why I thought, you know what, fasting. Fasting has been my tool to help my emotions so that I'm not eating them. If I'm on a fasting day, I can't blow it and ruin all the hard work that I put in. So with that said, one of the things that was kind of a little harder when you do a traditional fast with clear liquids is I still got the hunger waves. But when it came time to eat with my family, I would either sit there and just join them, or I would just kind of be super hungry and be triggered and had to fight it, while my family was eating, and which was doable. I totally did that. I nailed it a million times, but it was definitely harder. This time around, doing protein sparing modified fast, which, however, I didn't even intend to do this more than once or twice in this entire challenge. And now I think it's gonna be what I do the whole month. But anyways, getting back on point, I get to sit with my family because the PSMF is essentially a very low fat carnivore. So basically, which 30 total grams of fat adds up so quick. Like, whoa, it really made me open my eyes. And but it's possible. So as I'm learning how to do it, you know, it's been taking me a solid 2 weeks to really get it together, to figure out how it works and all that. But being that I, you know, have been doing it for about 2 weeks now, when my family eats dinner, I eat with them too. I just don't have all the sides. So I'm basically I'm eating with them, and you go through that motion, and it's just, you know, it was good. Like, I didn't feel like I was missing out. And additionally, one of the things that always concerned me was my kids, when I was doing a fasting day, would always ask, "Mommy, why are you not eating?" Or, "Is it a fast day?" Or, "Mommy's done growing. Mommy doesn't need to eat as much as you," you know, that kind of thing. And they'd be fine with it. But I just didn't like that convo. Not that I was lying, but I didn't like that kind of a response. So now I don't have to, they don't ask me. Mommy's eating everything they're eating, except for I'm not having the sides with dinner. I'm just having the protein. Now, that's one of the real perks of it. The second one, which is probably the most important one, is as someone who has been battling with a borderline binge eating, I found out that this was a great way to not feel like I'm missing out or feel restricted. So being that I had been eating all week, when the eat day would come up, I ate food yesterday, so I didn't feel like, oh, I can eat, and you know, like, it was a much different emotional experience, and that was huge. So there was no temptation to just go off the rails. I just eat keto today, you know, or I'm eating just carnivore today, essentially a lean carnivore. So that was a real revelation in my own journey. Like, it was a game changer. So not only am I eating on a fast day, I'm still getting the benefits of intermittent fasting because I'm literally targeting fat only, just as a fast day with clear liquids does. With the only difference is I'm sparing my lean mass by eating protein, just protein. So it was pretty cool. So you could still have food without not having food and get the benefits. So using it as a tool, that is, you know, like a fat targeter. So I will give a much better in-depth review of the protein sparing modified fast at the end of this challenge, but I would highly urge you to check it out. Go do your research on it and see if it's something you can do. But for me, I didn't feel like when it changed from a fast day to an eat day that I'd have to go off and be like, oh, I can eat, and then I'd overdo it, you know. So this was a way that I had been eating the whole time. It's just another day, you know, like, it was kind of awesome. So, and that's something that really is going to help me stay on track. I have 27 pounds left to lose. So with the 27 pounds or so I have left to lose, like, I'm going to get there, and this is going to help me do that. So, and the other thing I liked about the protein sparing modified fast is I learned a lot of sneaky things about nutrition labels. Game changer again. So I bought a bunch, knowing I was going to do the protein sparing modified fast, I bought a bunch of like ground turkey, ground chicken. So I thought the ground turkey was like 93.7, and the chicken, I forget what the chicken version is. I think it's I don't know. It's similar to the ground turkey. So it was just ground turkey, not ground turkey breast. So I come home, I'm expecting 7% fat on I was gonna make turkey burgers or something. So I look over how many turkey burgers do I have to eat to get my 150 grams of protein. So I'm like, oh no. I realized that when they mark 93.7 on the ground turkey, that means by weight, not by serving size. So I'm thinking I'm getting 7% fat, And yes, you're in the grand scheme of things, you are, but not in a serving. In a serving, it's closer to like 30% or something fat. So when I'm logging in to figure out and plan my day to see how many turkey burgers I need to make, in 2 turkey burgers, I'd already hit my fat limit for the day. I'm like, oh, and I was way off from the protein goal that I was trying to reach. Like, so I was like, oh my God, this is not gonna work. So pay attention to nutrition labels. So if you're gonna do the protein sparing modified fast, you want ground turkey breast, not ground turkey. So for me, and then same thing goes for chicken. You want the ground chicken breast, not the ground chicken. There's a big difference in the amount of fat. So if you're trying to just eat lean protein, it makes a big difference. So now I'm like, now it's like, oh gosh, I can't stand these nutrition labels. They're all so deceiving, you know, like, anyway, so I'm gonna get off my spiel on that, but pay attention to that. Now, I did make a lot of Maria Emmerich's, I think that's how you say her name, recipes on the protein sparing modified fast, and that helped me a lot. Lots of great recipes. I will be showing you throughout the week which recipes that I've liked and stuff upcoming this week. Hopefully if we can have a better day that's not so rainy. But I will show you exactly how I was eating. But for now, I think it's important for you to do your own research and see if you like that. Then also, you can keep it way less complicated by just doing a clear liquids fast. But I wanted to try something new. I like using weight loss tools. Whatever gets me to my goal is what I care about, and this type of a tool really helps. I will add one other benefit of this whole challenge. Unfortunately, my parents' dog, Dakota, who you've seen in my videos in the kitchen on the floor tons of times if you've been a fan for a while. Unfortunately, cancer took her life and we lost her. So we are huge animal lovers in general, but specifically dogs and cats. And when you're in our family, you are part of our pack. You are a fur kid. I have skin kids and fur kids, you know, and being that my parents are here a lot at extended amounts of time, and also in New Hampshire, we spent a lot of time with them. She was kind of like our spare dog, you know. She was also my dog that passed away a year ago, her sister. So it was like that last connection was also gone. So sad times, and spent a long, you know, it happened on a Friday night. So, you know, all weekend we were super sad. And normally in the past, I would use every excuse in the book to get the addict in me to go get my food, my carbohydrates, and my sugar, and just eat my feelings. But it's Friday. That was Friday when it happened. Friday was a fast day. I am so strict when it comes to sticking to the fasting schedule and the eating windows and that kind of thing, that I could not just go off and use that as my excuse to just stuff my face. But I wanted to so bad. But the tool of fasting helped me overcome that and not give in, because I knew I'd had 2 weeks solid of progress, and I was not going to unravel it just because I was sad. So that also came in convenient, because I was doing protein sparing modified fasting, so I still could eat. It was just carnivore, or low fat carnivore. So it gave me something to eat and helped overcome that, because I'll tell you, it's so hard when you're an emotional eater. You lose somebody in your family. She was a family member, and it was so hard to, you know, overcome that in the past. And I did find a way through all of the failures, all of the roadblocks, all of the obstacles in my journey. I have learned how to always be one step ahead of me. And that is using this tool of fasting, you know, and specifically for this month, alternate day fasting. So I did not ruin all of my progress. So that is an enormous non-scale victory. As much as I wanted to give in and just comfort eat all the wrong things, I didn't do it. And that makes me smile ear to ear. You know, Dakota always wanted me happy. You know, she was always that dog that just could cheer you up, you know, so I did it for her. So that was pretty much awesome. And then to hop on the scale this week, I had already had my big number last week where I reversed like 8 pounds that I had gained. So I only knocked off an additional 2 pounds this week, but it was 2 solid pounds of fat. What I'm attacking. I don't want to lose lean mass. I want to lose fat. That's the whole point of this journey. I am so excited. So I weighed in today at 206 pounds. So that puts me in striking distance finally of Wonderland. So I am going to celebrate that with more alternate day fasting, more keto days, and I will film a lot of that this week, showing you what I'm eating, what I'm learning, and because it's something that needs its whole separate video, because this is new to me. I had already had my, how to figure it out behind the scenes. I didn't want to come on and tell you how I was doing it till I really kind of nailed it. So that's why I haven't really given you too many details. So, but you can do your own research, your own trial and error, and in fact, sometimes you might surprise yourself at what you're capable of if you just try and do your own research. So anyways, I came across this picture the other day and I was like, oh, like you could see how much progress I had made losing all of that weight. And then to put 30 pounds back on and now shave off, I don't know how many now, but I can't, I've changed so much, I don't know what it's up to, but 206. But I had gotten up to like 215, and which was like way in the wrong direction. So anyways, I feel like my definition, I'm getting straight, like square shoulders more than round shoulders. So you can see where the fat has been melting away in like my arms. I'm getting much more toned, collarbones more prominent, back rolls going away. And it's like, oh, feels so good to be back on track. So anyways, I hope that's inspiring. I hope that you had a great week, and let's do this. Let's make it a great week. So I am going to hop off and I'll start filming what I eat for this whole week, and I'll see you at the next video. I am Jess. Go be great. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.